What's up, guys? Getting more exciting as the days go by, because apparently this is going to be the last week of cold days. It's about to be permanently 50s, 60s, and hopefully heading towards 70s, and then not looking too much forward to the 90s. Anyways, the title of this video is gonna be called High Level Depression. So obviously, let's get the 800-pound gorilla out of the way first, which is I'm going through depression. Alright, so there's so many ways I could make this video. I can't even start. I was thinking about how am I gonna word this so it doesn't lead on to like a 45-minute video. And where I'm gonna start is this. Alright, so before I mentioned one of my old videos where the most powerful way to get out of depression is, as soon as you're having it, go clean your room. Clean your room squeaky clean. After that, go to the gym and go for a jog. Do something that's aerobic, okay? Not just lifting weights, maybe something that makes you heart pump, right? Consistently. And do it very hard, right? Sweating bullets, go take a shower, come back, meditate. Meditate, calm, let go. After that, watch videos on People Are Awesome. These some kind of videos of like how people do great things. And then simultaneously, right after that, watch videos on things like, what's the guy's name? You know, like people who don't have a limb or like don't have two legs, but they still do great things and makes you appreciate where you are. This sequence was the best way to get out of almost any depression there is, right? I have used that in the past for up until now, right? But very recently, the type of depression I have nowadays that I'm facing now is so discreet that I take almost couple of weeks to realize that I'm going through some kind of weird stage. Okay, so the reason why I think that not why I think, I know why I'm going, why I'm depressed right now, but the reason why it's a different approach, and the approach that I just mentioned does not work with this, is because I don't make it a big deal anymore. Okay, obviously I'm going to leave out a lot of parts and this and that. It's going to be more of one of those videos where you kind of have to be a small percentage of the people to relate to it. But yeah, anyways. So given that you are past those kind of depressions, right? By those, I mean, you're not angry, super angry depressed anymore. Before the type of depression I have, I would like, that's like, the type of depression that like you go out and beat up women and shit. I'm serious. Like, this is why I'm getting a little weird here, right? I don't want to share too much on video, make you guys actually know the truth that I'm actually a bad person. But since I'm past all that shit, and it's like I can't even get myself psyched up anymore of the problems that I'm having. This is the problem that I have. This is like one of the new things. I don't get psyched up about problems, right? Like my roommate, I told this in video before, people are freaking out. My roommate's like, hey man, like the rent is due and stuff like that. What are you gonna do? You still not working and stuff? I'm like, yeah, we'll see. Like, I'll buy something, then sell it using my credit card. I'll go in debt, I guess. Like, how low can you fucking go in this country? Holy shit, you have social security. You're not gonna die. I have $30K on my credit card. $30,000 on my fucking credit card. What the hell? What did I do to get this? I didn't do shit. I just paid my dumb bills on time. $30,000 on my credit card. If I want, I can apply for more. They're requesting every day. Every day I get mails. Get more credit. The opportunities, they're just giving me free money. Like, it's so easy to go in debt here. At the same time, it means that you have choices. Like, I can go in, $30,000 mean I can go like over 30 months. If I live below my means, I can go for 30 months without doing jack shit. I can wake up, play video games, eat junk food, and just go back to sleep all day for over 2 years. Holy fucking balls. And probably by the time I did that, I can have even more debt. So it's funny to me, right? I don't get psyched up, right? That's the problem. I don't get psyched up about problems as the same ones as before, right? Before, if I had this, oh my god, fucking, I don't have bills, what am I doing in my life? I don't fucking know. Like, all this shit had happened, that's why I make a big deal. That's why I go, run, clean my room, come back, and I feel like king again. But now, it just keeps up on me, right? So first of all, it's for me to admit why I believe I'm going through this, okay? The number one reason is I didn't give enough attention to the change in my life, which was negative. And since I didn't give it much attention, it creeped up on me, right? So what happened, probably gonna be like the fourth video I'm saying now, is the industry fucking changed. Right? So about 5 months I was studying private block networks, a main skill set to have a lot of power to serve people in my line of work, which is SEO. Okay, and Google made a change called Fred. Look it up, Fred update, February 2017, and it just kind of fucked shit up. Everything kind of became weird, and it's all gray. Like, you know, my sites are just not working, and it's all gray because nobody has answer. And the people who are confident in ranking with the other methods, they are saying that yes, we are facing some weird shit we're not completely sure about, and that's the best thing for now, right? You can't expect to have answers in an industry like this right away. Okay, having that said, when that happened, my clients dropped. Within a week, I realized that the rankings are dropping. I had to cancel. I had to go pause them because they're going to cancel themselves sooner or later, and then I'm going to have a negative relationship. You know, I'm going to lose them as a person. Now, at least, once I figure out how to rank this shit, I can go back to them like, hey, I figured out. Okay, let's go to again, and then we can start the payments again. Okay, boom. All right. Since that happened, I took it too lightly. I realized that even the next day, I didn't even get hit. Or so I thought. The next day I was fine. Okay, what's next? Looking up, learning, going the white hat way. I was actually checking out this guy, Chase Reiner in SEO. Shout out to him. I don't like his style, but guy does a lot of effort and putting in a lot of shit out there, good stuff out there in my industry that he can do in a very white hat, long-term, slow way. And that's what I'm doing right now, right? But since I didn't give a lot of attention to the hit, I was actually kind of like shocked by myself, like, wow, you know, I'm taking this pretty well. Like, you know, I'm still doing my routine. It's cold as fuck. I'm still doing push-ups. Everything's still fine. And I'm like, I just lost 2 clients. Shit, I thought I'm gonna like feel worse. That's where the problem was. I really think so. Is that once you become the type of person who does not get psyched up about normal shit, now this is hard to really explain and give value towards because it's going to be different for everyone, but use general metrics, right? So I would say one of the most clear signs that you are, I don't want to say lower level of being or something, but like, let's say like, okay, before, right? Another example. I would get very psyched up about normal problems. I would get like, you know, really hatred, like self-hating, you know, what the fuck do you live for? Really, that was like one of the biggest questions in my life. Like, what the fuck do you hate for? And it has to be emphasis. Emphasis is the main part in that question to make you understand, right? What the fuck do you live for? You're not doing shit. Before you have be this and that and this, and now you're not doing shit. What do you do? And that was the main basis of my life, right? And I would have problem like countering myself to that answer, right? You know, well, like, what do I live for? But now all that shit is kind of gone, right? I understand that we're not a unique snowflake. At the same time, it's not always going to be hunky-dory, and life is just the way it is, and it's okay. It's not always great, and it's not always bad, and I kind of understand that now. And since I understand that, it's like a new kind of depression, which is what this video is about in the first place, right? It evolves. Now, as I was saying, another sign to understand that is you're not super psyched up, right? Now, obviously, this depends from people to people. I know some of my friends who don't ever get psyched up about pretty much anything, right? They're more or less, I would say, genetically happier. You know, since the time they're a kid, they're a little bit on the optimistic side. It's just how you are, right? Depending on what type of person you are and what kind of things you went through, you kind of have to judge if the things I want to share with you is going to help you or not, right? Because if you're in the stage before, this is obviously going to be complete bullshit to you, right? So you have to first determine. The stage below is one is you get too intense with your depression. You start attaching higher and higher values to it. Like you'd go in a spiral very easily. Like, let's say all your friends, all your friends drive Maseratis and you had to buy a Civic. And now you start, when you're kind of getting sad because of that fact, you start generalizing all kinds of higher values towards it, right? Their Maserati, I'm this, which means that my family bloodline was this, and I'm actually not worthy to be that, which means that I will, like, you know, you just keep going. If you're that kind of person, you're probably not where I am right now, right? Not talking myself up. It's just this journey I went through, and the stages I went through kind of with depression it's different, right? You know, I used to be that, now I'm a different kind. So yeah, enough with you guys and helping you guys find out what kind of fucking stage you're in. This is my video. So the type of depression I'm going through right now is almost kind of funny when I say it, but it's not that funny. Okay, it's obviously I'm feeling bad. Okay, obviously I'm feeling lost, and I'm scatter-minded, and I'm trying to figure this shit out. But when I say it, it's gonna sound funny, right? So what I do is I still have self-sabotage. So compared to before, when it would be like, fuck this shit, let's go drink tonight. Like, let's start drinking right now. I don't give a shit. It's blackout. I don't care if I'm getting alcohol poisoning tonight. This is happening, going down. That's self-sabotage for me before. Now, literally, it's eating Doritos. I'm like so serious, and it sounds so stupid when I say it on camera. But since my eating habits is so consistent right now, recently I just been eating shit ton of Doritos. They're so good, and I've been eating them. I wake up. I've been playing video games 14 hours a day average for the last 3 days, right? And a friend of mine, very close friend of mine, who's a very big entrepreneur, has been doing the exact same shit, and he's not going through depression. So I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if I'm rubbing up on him or something, but that's another side thing, okay? So maybe I gotta talk to him about that too, because that guy's been following me right, and he doesn't know I'm depressed. I'm like hunky-dory with him. But yeah, so yeah, this is my new thing, right? I just eat some food, I wake up late, I sleep more, and well, not really, I just play games all day. These games called League of Legends, you know, you play like 45-minute intervals, and oh my god, I forget my completely, I have no problems once I'm in the game. It requires so much focus, and it's so fun. You're in the game, and the only time I get back to the little sadness is when the game is loading again, right? 45 minutes, and then it takes like 5-10 minutes to the next game to load, and you choose the characters and shit, and I'm just like, fuck, bullshit, what am I doing? My hand hurts and my back is aching. Should be standing up, thinking, what am I doing? And that happens for like 5 minutes, and then I'm back in the game again, right? So how do I make myself really feel that impact? Because what it is that I'm kind of seeking attention, I guess. Like I want attention from myself to wake myself up, because that's just the personality I have, I believe, right? Before, I would go through so much chaos and toxic, like self-tormenting, you're not fucking shit, all this stuff, until I would have to explode and find a way. I'm like, all right, okay, this is it. All right, okay, this is my plan is. This is what I'm gonna set it, and this is it, and boom, okay, let's go. Okay, and then I would feel like king again. Okay, I want you working out, all this shit. Okay, I'm good, and stuff like that. But now, since I don't even like, it's so hard for me to get sad over certain things. I don't even know like exactly what to do. So this is what I'm going to start doing. Okay, this is not even like this is what I think is going to work. What I'm going to do is let go of all rules for a while, right? Because even by building what I believe is good for me over the years, as I talk about all these schedules and stuff, has been building all these sets of disciplines and rules that are really good for me. And I want to be able to let go of them all for a short amount of time, right? And that means I won't go to the gym, I'll be eating whatever I want, and in the beginning it's gonna be like actually me trying to do bad shit. Like I have to try to eat junk food, right? Because I actually, the fucking like McDonald's and shit, the idea of it doesn't even, like, it's disgusting to me, literally. Like I'd really rather have like mashed potatoes or something than like a big McDonald's burger and some Coca-Cola. That's disgusting to me. The taste is completely gone, right? So I'm gonna be doing that shit. No rules. I'm gonna be continuing to play video games, and just maybe I'm going to try going out and drinking. A couple of my friends are in town, my friends who used to be back in the day in my country, and they're well known for very hardcore drugs. So hopefully it doesn't go that direction. Not that I'm afraid that anything's gonna stick for too long, because who the fuck knows? In 3 years I built like a body system that doesn't even want to drink soda. But if it goes, I will share it on video of what my experience is like smoking meth after 3 years of being completely sober from coffee even, and things like that. So that's going to be very interesting, and I think that's completely okay. I don't think you can ever get in trouble for making videos about experience. I think it's like only doing the act in the video. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, for once, this is like I haven't done this for a long time. Letting go of all rules for sometime. No set time, just see how it goes and how I feel about it, right? Now, getting back to reality a little bit, not reality, I mean, practicality of what I'm going to actually do. So, as you know, I've been trying to figure out this whole thing with my industry and it's not working. And part of the big problems with me is swallowing the pill of changing industries, right? I hate it. I fucking hate it when I've gotten all my mind set on a certain line of work. For me to really get out of it, it takes a lot. I've made videos about this before slightly, and it was like some of it was in Forex, that trading thing. Even after I quit and we stopped really talking about it with a lot of my friends, I have put in money several times after, almost to like $3,000 or $4,000 more, without even sharing it to other people, just to see if I can really get back into it, and I couldn't. Right? I lost in total. Like, I'll upload a document of that one day if I want to talk about that. But yeah, something to just wrap that all up. You know, if you're somebody with a personality who just has trouble letting go of certain things, for like I do, this can apply to you as well. But this is the only time I'm really like letting this completely, all rules go. But mind you, really, if you watch this video, I don't know, it's gonna fucking watch, but if you really take this idea to mind, bear in mind this is after 3 years of having pretty strict discipline in life in terms of health, diet, working out. Oh, especially diet. Okay, diet is one of the most strictest diets I know. I really believe if I were to like challenge anybody in how bland of a diet you can keep for how long, I believe I could kill 99% of the population. I'll just eat fucking rice and potatoes or something like that for years. So like, yeah, you get it? Like, get the point, right? This is not like, oh, life sucks and you're still in that stage. I want to cut myself. You're in that stage, then go do the other shit, okay? Because that's pussy shit for me right now. I'm past that. Past the whole, like, I'm a unique snowflake. I thought it's going to be like that. All that crying shit, that's pussy shit for me. I'm talking about things that creep onto you slowly until you realize that there's a dissonance between your mind and body, right? And that's when you just let go of all rules and you see how it comes back together. Makes sense? Peace. Go crazy.